Hello! Hello, I am Grae Solaire, and tonight we are playing Our Lady of the Drowned. Our Lady of the Drowned is a small indie game by a small indie development team known as Monumental, a collab coming out of Brazil, the country known for Blanca from Street Fighter and soccer. So we expect great things. But no, really, Monumental has made already a pretty monumental project known as well, we already played it here actually on our channel. It's called Teleforum. What is that? Walter Martin's Teleforum deleted scenes. I don't Walter Martin can go screw himself. He doesn't matter. The point is that was a good game. It was sort of a narrative-driven, almost point-and-click. It was a point-and-click. But spooky, good narrative, lots of directions you can take, a replay, detail-oriented type of indie horror game. Anyway, I've been sitting on this game for a little over a year now. When did it come out? That's a good question. I don't actually know when it came out. I'm looking here at the itch.io, their page. I don't see a release. Submission 2022. So that's possibly either the team or the game. I'll come up with that information more after this. We'll get a confirmation. What I do know is that comparisons by critics alike have compared it to another game called Sunless Skies you can find on Steam. We're not here to talk about Sunless Skies. I don't know Sunless Sea. They did make a game called Sunless Skies, the same people. But never seen it, never played it. I don't know it. It's a game by Fail Better Games. I haven't played any of their stuff, so I don't know what their game is like, but the theme, the cosmetics are what are comparable, which is a horror game based around fishing. What's the term? Thalassophobia? The fear of deep, dark waters. Anyway, that's basically the concept. You are a reporter looking to roll the dice out on this deep, dark water. I don't know much more than that. Other than that, it's by Monumental, and it probably came out. I like this. I'm looking at the submissions. It says submission to GMTK game. Jam 2022. So it looks like July 17th, 2022. That's probably when it was released. We'll go with that. Mostly because I played Teleform and well, I don't see release date. Doesn't matter. We'll get to that later. Let's just start it up, shall we? Maybe these games don't have official release dates since they're so... Because this team has less than 10 people. give or take. I don't know if they have official release dates. I think it's one of those types of projects where they put it out, but then they're constantly updating it. Yeah, we'll look into the year later after this, but I'm pretty sure it came out within the last 3 years, both these titles. Alright, space to fish. Welcome in, Trigger. Welcome in. Bento. This episode of Zero Reporter was supposed to be a night fishing trip. I've been looking forward to this. Much like Teleform, we're given this almost 1990s handheld cam. We have found footage recording up here, but we're also looking at a television. It's giving me nostalgia for Teleform. The guide and I were going to go fish. The lake is called Our Lady of the Drowned Lake. Trading stories about the Riverside community. Something happened before I arrived. They were vague. I believe some boats sunk here recently. The guide mentioned they lost some bet that fishing now would be like gambling with the lake itself. A little tidbit I read is there's some thing in this water, an entity that might accept offerings for a better time for the fishermen. And so we're going to have a gambling aspect at hand. I can only chalk this up to some sort of local folklore. I think they called it the Waters Caboclo. Trigger, can you correct me on my Latin? Caboclo? Trigger is our local expert on South American. He just gave me a kitty face. That's what the fuck is Cabo Loco? Alright. Maybe he's too Central America. Or it's a made-up word. That's the creature we're talking about. That we're gambling with. Well, I didn't drive all the way out here for nothing. What the fuck is a Cabo Loco? Nobody knows. I'm letting you down, folks. If I have to fish by myself, so be it. Yes, Bento is driven, perhaps derived of an insane person's personality. You can almost see this face, this portrait of a man found in a wanted poster of a killer. Is he a reporter? We'll see. Just me, the camera, and the fishing rod. And my dick in my hand. Alright. Whisper in your ear, that's the chapter. WASD to sail. It's WASD, but they really didn't break that apart. Space to suspicious red spots. Don't let the noise rise in your ears. It'll attract danger. Good fishing. A little bit of a translation break here. That's okay. We expect it. Perhaps it even makes the games more mysterious. We got a boat. Tank controls. Right and left don't do anything. A and D, nothing unless I'm pressing W or S for forward or back. Looks like a Cabo Loco is a demon. That makes sense. It's like Chupacabra, right? Another Latin American folklore. Alright, so we have to go to these dark spots to fish. I don't know. Do we go right on top of them? Let's hit space. I don't know what my mouse does. Besides, give you something to look at. He got a bite. Oh, man. I have to yawn. I've been drinking red wine, getting my mind ready for this South American culture. Cabo Loco is a term used in Brazil to designate the mixed race between white European and indigenous Americans. Isn't a white European and an indigenous American called a Mexican? I mean, right? The Spaniards are white. They came over here, screwed around with the natives, basically the Native Americans of South America, the Aztecs. I don't know history very well. Aztec, Mayan, and then they created a whole new culture. You're a Cabo Locos, Trigger. Vatos Locos. See, we figured it out. I told you he was our local expert. I got a bite. With cholos. Cholo Locos. There's a cholo in the water that we have to throw dice with. That makes a lot more sense. So, after we fish at these spots, we're given choices. We have to choose, I'm sure, just like Teleform. It's a choice-based game where you have probably several playthroughs and things varying in degree. It makes sense now. Vatos Locos. I was calling every dog that barked at me in the park today a Vatos Locos. I saw there was an Aussie, an Australian Shepherd that literally, I'm not joking, fell over sideways. It was so excited. It's a young puppy. It just fell over on its side while jumping. It wasn't rolling. It just fell. And then a Chihuahua. Reel in normal, 10% of increasing noise. Observe, 5% of increasing noise. I'm not really sure. This looks like a translation. Oof. Reel in forcefully. My favorite kind. Let go. So we have an issue with noise. It looks like we're gambling between fish success and noise success. So D100, that's a little thing there. We'll just do a normal. This is our figure here. Looks like a boot. Just a little more. So the noise went up 10%. It cost me 15% just to look at it. And now it's 10 to let go. Well, we're doing good so far. Alright, so at the cost of, I don't know if this is an increasing percentage. No, it's not. It looks like we have 0 out of 100, so we're doing fine. And it is a boot, in fact. Trash. I've played enough Stardew Valley to know about reeling in boots. That's the sound it makes. Guess fishing for boots is kind of a rite of passage after all. How the hell are all these fishermen losing boots? Do they get drunk and just start throwing their footwear overboard? I don't know. When did boot in the water become an acceptable punchline? I don't know. Rubbish, a CD disc, a boot. So we're gonna back up, do a little reverse action, slancha. We got another bite. Let's do something different. We're gonna observe. I think it's a big one. you can actually hear him rolling dice. Okay. I'm sure it's meaningful in some way. Let's do a reel and then forcefully. That's a fish. You're not getting away. That's what she said. And we'll do a normal one. What is this? A blue... Oh, it's a tilapia. I was gonna say a blue perch. It's the one fish name I know. Tilapia. Around 13 centimeters in size, a somewhat small but very nice fish. Yes, tilapia, a rather low-priced costing fish at most fish restaurants. The tilapia. Next to cod. Fish like this are the bread and butter of the local communities, exactly. He's gonna keep this one. Exactly. They are common and forgettable. Oh man, it's dark out here. We got a lot of blood stains. I'm sure my motor makes a lot of sound too. Looks like we got a crashed sunken boat here. I wonder if we can fish that up. No. That's as tight of a turn as I can get. Another bite. Something bad's gonna happen sooner or later. Normal. Looks like a bottle, maybe. Forceful yank, we get it right out of the water. And it is a bottle, only at 10 noise. It's Kashaka, isn't it? Almost 50% alcohol and half empty. Trigger, what is that, what's that alcohol that's only in Mexico that's based off the agave plant? It's a very thick... It's a very viscous drink. Pulque, yeah. It sounds delicious. I know it's not. I know they have to mix it with fruits. They have to mix it with fruit to have flavor. This is a very low alcohol volume drink. It's like 5%. They have to drink it by the gallon. And the reason it's only found in Mexico, it's fucking gross. Okay. Well, the reason it's only in Mexico, one, it's the agave plant. So if you don't like agave, people who have tried aioli, not aioli, aloe. It's like aloe, right? Not the, not to be confused with the gasoline that is tequila from the agave plant. But think aloe, a very thick pulque, Pulque. It doesn't hold well. So, being that it's a low alcoholic volume, it's a big, massive liquid that doesn't hold well. It has to be refrigerated pretty quickly. So they don't internationally ship it. Strawberry, vanilla, yeah. To me, it sounds like I would like it, but I don't know. I've never tried it. I would like to one day. So anyway, Bento here is saying, I wonder if they had this as an offering to appease the so-called Cabo, the Vatos Locos. Last time I had tequila, I took a waterfall shot out of a bottle from some Mexicans that were in a Target parking lot, secretly selling it to anyone that wasn't white. But they liked me, so I took up on their beverage. You hate alcohol in general. I know. I know. I'm probably the only person in my stream who actually drinks like a fish. Most likely they drink themselves stupid and drown. That's probably what happened. Gotta remember to edit that out later. Good note. Alright, so 3 blood spots, nothing so far. A sunken boat. This looks like nothing really. There's a game, there's a really old game for the Nintendo Entertainment System that I used to play when I was a kid. And I tried playing it again recently on the Nintendo Switch. It's on the arcade. If you have an online membership, it's called Cobra Triangle. I believe it's called Cobra Triangle. NES. Cobra Triangle. What a strange, yeah, Cobra Triangle. What a strange game that is. I can't help but think of Cobra Triangle as I move through this. Cobra Triangle is a very difficult game, as I'll show you here, because you need to see this. You need to know how far back a boat controlling game goes if we're gonna play this. And if you think this is scary because it's dark and there's blood, you don't know what a fishing horror game is. I'll show you. Feast your eyes on Cobra Triangle. Are you not terrified yet? I promise you, no one will ever get past this stage. This is like stage 3. You have to defend these little people in this square. It's a isotopic, you know, kind of at an angle game. Is that right? Isotopic? Isometric? It's not quite overhead, and you move in degrees of 45, like, but you have also the 90-degree angles, so Marble Madness with the extra degrees. And in this stage, you have to defend these guys while boats steal them, and then occasionally an alien ship comes and launches a torpedo that chases you around. This is what horror looks like. Oh yeah, and you can upgrade like it's life force, like it's a Gradius or something. Okay, alright, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. That's a true horror game. Whew. You got a bite. You got a bite, Bento? Bento's bites. So it looks like noise is a permanent increasing thing. It's not per cast. So I do have incentive to be careful with my choices. Obviously, letting go is the first thing we could do with the lowest risk, but that's no good. We want to get stuff. And we got to learn, right? This is probably a replayable. So that looks like a crowbar, so we're just going to reel it in normally. It's some kind of fishing boat equipment. Our noise went up 5. Almost got it. Ooh, we're getting real high. It's a knife? How big? How the fuck? How big is this thing? It's like 2 hands to unfold. A little rusty, a little dull. Probably use it to clean up the fish. That is not a fish knife, but I'm sure it was used. A fish knife is usually a lot more curved. You want to do slicing against scales. It's not even a boat knife. There's the shape of a knife for a boatman, a sailor, is called a sheep's hoof. It's flat. There's no point, so that they don't stab themselves in a rocking ship. Flat blade. Very simple. It's a very simple tool just for cutting rope. Well, it's yours now, Bento. Congratulations. I'm getting some RGB on that plant for an odd reason. We got a bite. Oh man, look at these percentages. I'm already at 40. Well, let's just go with the 65. It's only 15% more, but we're gonna get twice as much value. It's a butt plug. Come on, almost got it. We're gonna sit on that. It's gonna be so good. It's probably a lava lamp. Oh, close. It was closer to the butt plug. It is a Virgin Mary. We can still sit on it, so good news, everybody. This must be the Lady of the Drowned. A local belief. Maybe an undocumented apparition. Did it belong to the fisherman who drowned? Yeah. Perhaps a token of superstition brought along by a fisherman who are perhaps superstitious people. When you deal against nature, there's no reason not to be. Just holding space stops me. I was seeing if I could Tokyo drift. So I have no direction. There's no guidance system, no map, no navigation, compass, anything. All I know is I've gone mostly north for my starting point. And I'm likely to be killed anytime soon. Alright, that's the end. I can't go any further. Unfortunately, it seems we have invisible walls. And it's probably a circle. It could be a... Oh, it's a square. So we're in an invisible square box. I need to get me some pulque. Some strawberry pulque. Here's another fun fact. Since we're in Latin America, let's talk about the Lake of Sharks. Let's see, what do we got here? Spooky lakes. Spooky lakes. All right. I'm 25 strange and mysterious lakes that dot our planet. Our globe, our flat Earth on top of a turtle. This is a good book. So here we are. Lake, I believe that's an N word. I'm not allowed to say that on stream. It's a bad word. Nicaragua. Central America. Max depth 85 feet, surface 3,000 miles squared. I won't read this whole thing, but the big takeaway is that this is one of the few lakes in the world that has active sharks. Not just any sharks. Obviously, we've learned to fear the great white shark thanks to movies like Jaws. But the great white shark, although the largest of the fish, is not the most dangerous. He's not an aggressive breed. However, the sharks, the bull sharks of Lake Nicaragua are. And you can see here, how did they get there? This. They swam up a river like a salmon. And they still do. Can you believe it? Lake's flooded with them. They don't kill many people, though. I think there's very few deaths. But I'm sure it keeps everyone out of there. Interesting, yeah. Just, my guy seems to be stuck. Maybe I hit another square corner. Just a little more information about our South American brethren. I almost called this company Matador. Maybe it is a circle. Monumental. A Brazilian company. Maybe our roadblock is a circle. I have to say I'm not a big fan of this invisible wall stuff. It's already dark, and I already moved quite slowly. You don't have to put a compass on the HUD, but maybe a small indicator on my boat. Maybe the light turns them away from the wall. Something to help me out. Look at this, I'm just selling in the middle of nothing. Oh look. I took a hard stop. I can't move. Uh-oh. What's going on? I got stuck? Or whatever that is. Okay. This is probably gonna be the end of me anyway. We got a bite. His face remains unfazed. Bento, our stalwart protagonist. Let's do it for, you know what? Let's let it go. Oh no, let's do force. We'll let it. Oh. Uh-oh, 100% noise. Let's let go. That looks like a sheephead fish. I think we're screwed. Maybe I should look at a map, see if Our Lady of the Drowned is actually a lake. Is that a steeple? So far, my review of this game is why? An even deeper why than why am I playing it? I know why I'm playing it. I'm playing it because I've never played it. But like, why did they make this?
I didn't ring shit. I've been waiting a long time for a hit on corn cob deep. I didn't fucking.
I don't know why. Like, what am I doing? When does the fun start? Oh, it's putting me to sleep. Cobra Triangle was scary, but it had a lot of skill involved. Question of my life, what am I doing? So we got a big one here, folks, but we already know we're at 100% noise, so this is going to be a different scenario. Wait. Something's not right. You can say that again. You can say that again. It's a glove. A drowned noise. You've lost the gamble, kid. So what? You're gonna beat me off? Pay up. Okay, this now this is interesting. This is the first interesting thing I've seen. Everything I fished up at this point is now a token of offering. I can fight it with a knife. Probably won't win, that's why the knife was in there. I can offer a fish. But I don't think they give a shit about the fish. They're all just currency, even to the drowned. But a religious icon, we want to believe it could mean something. But to monsters, I don't think it really would. So let's go with that, though. I don't know. I'll let Trigger decide between a boot or a statuette. What do you think the monster wants? A statue of the Virgin Mary or a rubber boot? We're gonna let our local expert decide our fate. Where's the $1 million Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music? Can we get that? Is that gonna demonetize me? It might demonetize me. I got an idea though. I have a plan. While Trigger decides. Let's see if this works. We're gonna play this. We're gonna see if it works. Is that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Doesn't sound like it. Is that supposed to be it? I'm just shooting in the dark now. There we go. That's the one. Just want to hear this one. Alright, we found it. Trigger. Do I offer the ruined boot, the rubber boot, or the statuette of the Virgin Mary? We have this crappy MIDI version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire playing so that we don't get demonetized. Is it A, the religious icon of the Mother Mary, who actually just had sex with Joseph and then didn't want to be shunned as a whore? So she said, oh, I don't know, I think it was God. Or a rubber boot. All right, Trigger's taking a little too long, so we're gonna make this decision for Trigger. And the decision we've chosen is the rubber boot. No, we're gonna go with this. We'll do the boot if we don't have a statuette. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. All right. So we got a series of random images, even including an African statuette. And now we sit in darkness hearing the idling of a boat engine. The fuck was that? That's right, Trigger. What was that? It seems like the game just ended. That's it. I can't do anything. I've clacked and clicked every button I have, so Alt F4 it is. And we'll reload it. I don't think that I don't think I won the game. I don't think I beat it. I don't think I got the right answer. That was weird. Seeing that makes me believe that this came out well before Teleforum. Because Teleforum has a similar. Everything's very similar. The vibe's very similar. They even have the splashing of imagery, but it makes sense in that. This, I don't know. Right. You know, I wonder if this is on Steam. I know Monumental is. I just have to know. So Teleform is on Steam for free. That's where I played it. And Our Lady of the Drowned Lake was free. They provided the download link themselves. So we can see that Teleform came out October 19th, 2023. Oddly enough, they don't have a they don't really have a channel Monumental collab on Steam, but we can see that they have a game called Drowned Lake coming soon. It's not yet out yet. We'll look at that. I'll save that page. I'll save that page. We'll look at that in a little bit. But based off of the submission on itch.io, we can assume that Teleform came out 2022. Which was before Teleform, which would make sense why this is an inferior cut. Alright. So it looks like everything remains the same. Yeah. This might truly be a very short-lived experience. Not to spoil it, but Teleform does have a replay thing going on, but things change every time you replay it. To an extent, there's a certain amount of loopage before things hit their peak. Okay. That's the boot. We're gonna get the boot just so that we can offer it. At the end of all of this, we're gonna offer the boot. We tried the statuette. It looks like every red spot is also the same item, so this is probably the fish. It's probably. It is the fish. We got the fish. It's even the same size. 13 centimeters. There's one up north. That tree has a really big hitbox. This was the last one we found last time. I think we let it go. No, we never got to have it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we let this go. It was the sheep head. I am unfamiliar with this species. It's making your ears buzz. A fish is a fish, right, folks? See that big ugly face? I don't know what it is, but sheep head comes to mind. The fishing and the horror, this game isn't scary, for starters. And there really is no fishing. Also, I've played a lot of fishing minigames. From Stardew Valley to New World to Zelda, Link's Awakening. I've played a lot. This isn't a fishing game. Ah, it's the statuette. We're gonna let this one go. We know it's useless. Blood spot's gone. I'm more curious in just the offering at this point than the fishing. I'm definitely not curious in the exploration. When the exploration gives me invisible wall. This playthrough will be coming to a quick end here. This is I don't think we ever got this item. Oh, that's the knife, isn't it? We'll let it go. Since we can only choose one. We're gonna offer the boot. I'm also very curious how this works if I don't build up my sound, but I hit every fishing spot. I don't know what'll happen. I'm out here on these waters thinking, what would Cobra Triangle do in this situation? Yeah. A whole lot of nothing. I recently beat the Elden Ring DLC. And in that DLC, there are various locations with a symptom I call a whole lot of nothing. From the Finger Ruins to the Madness Forest. A lot of things come close. But it's hard to beat the champion. Tales of the Sun for the PlayStation 1. But even Tales of the Sun, or Tale of the Sun, had a lot more going on than this does right now. So you can tell the sun, you might fall asleep mid-sprint, face planting your caveman right into the dirt, sliding all the way down the steepest cliff you've ever been on. And they won't wake up until they're ready to wake up. Okay, what haven't we gotten? We dropped the knife. We dropped the statuette. Ah, the bottle. It wasn't an offering. For the Vatos Locos of the lake. Oh, good. Good gracious. Thankfully, there's blood here. And there. And it's a new item. Hey, look. Wow, that noise went way up. It's a Karanka? Karanka? Attached to the bow of a fishing boat that's sank here. You folks at home probably know these guys are used to scare evil away. How did it break off like this, though? I don't know. Karanka? This is probably our last blood spot. And the last blood spot we play for this game, because there's no way in hell that I'm gonna do this a third time. Sorry. I'll play Teleform again before I do this shit. Channel 8. We got a big one here, folks. We've just been pulling up all kinds of phallic objects out of the water. Bento's gonna shove each and every one of them up his... Wait. Something's not right. Ah. It's McFisto of the lake. You've lost the gamble, kid. Pay up. Bend over. So, at this point, we could offer the Karanka to ward off evil spirits. That's what he said. I feel like it... This seems like the type of game where nothing works. Now, logic would say, okay, let's try the Karanka, right? Wards off evil spirits. But I says the boot is stupid, and somehow that's gonna work. Because it's the first thing you pick up. We're gonna go with this only because I might actually do this a third time. Okay. We're getting the same. Yeah. Horseshoe. More fish. Statuette. Knife. Baraka. Same. I like how teleform's on the list too. This is stupid. This looks really fucked up. It does look really fucked up. It looks technically fucked up. Yeah. I'm sitting here with this sound again. Okay. Honest to God, last and final time. Thank you, Misaki. Misaki from Out of the Shadows. We got Monumental. I bet you Misaki May 99, who just followed, is actually one of the Monumental staff members. I'm the only person on Earth playing this game on Twitch. And they just happen to be sitting in their loft. Hello. And they said, I wonder if anyone's playing our demo. Alright, this is our last go through. Yep. We're gonna offer the boot. No matter what comes our way, we're offering the boot. I've been wanting to give him that boot since the very beginning. No matter what the ending is either. It's gonna be our final one. Just pull that shit in. Give me that stocking, Santa. We want to make a lot of noise too. The more noise we make, the faster we get this charade over with. Alright. Did we even stop the question that a reporter just knows how to fish and operate a boat? We already established he had a guide that bailed on him. I don't think determination can just give you technical knowledge like that. But we got the tilapia. 13 millimeters. Centimeters? I'm an American, forgive me, I don't know metric. My forefathers failed me. Okay. The knife. We're getting that noise up. That's good. I tried pressing escape just now, nothing happened. I was gonna see if there was even a inkling of a menu. Alright, the statuette. Almost got it. What was that? Did you see that red flash? That happened last time we tried to pull this in. What does that mean? Whatever. I'm sitting here thinking about strange little indie games made, and that is, what is that? That's the sheephead. And one that comes to mind that was quite impressive and I played from beginning to end was the Olympics. It was like the Japanese Olympics in 2020. You play as a little cat and you go on an adventure mode, and it was did it have combat? I don't remember if it had combat or fighting. I feel like I had something. Man, that was a comprehensive, fully fleshed out game. For free on the Google search page. I should look that up, see if I can download it somewhere. This is strange, I've never seen this one. Oh, the horseshoe. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Well, I got it. It makes sense, right? Everything else that we've seen in those strange post-game flashes of images, I've acquired. Both fish, the statue, the knife, both statuettes, I suppose, except for the horseshoe. Gives you a bad feeling. I think there was a horseshoe in Teleform too. Down by the tree. Alright, this is gonna be our final bloodstain. Here we go. McFisto. Lube yourself up, kid. And say your prayers. So, we haven't tried any of these. Oh, no, we've done that one. What? I can't offer the shoe. I can't offer the boot. We did this whole play, this whole time we were playing, trying to get the shoe, but now... Well, I guess the horseshoe is kind of a shoe. It's a horseshoe. It makes a big splash. Horseshoe. Fish. Right. Well, I think that's about the end of this. I would even hesitate to call this a video game. I don't know what Sunless Sea is like, but I can only hope that it's better than whatever this is that we just went through. I'm gonna delete this game now. I'm gonna Alt F4. I'm gonna delete this with extreme prejudice from my PC. It's gone. It's gone. I think we'll look up a little bit about this upcoming game that they have, though. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's go to screen share. All right. So, for those of us still with us, or for those of you who've skipped ahead because you see that there's something else on the screen in the scrub bar, Our Lady of the Drowned, the so-called video game, we did 3 attempts through it, had 0 fun. There was no challenge. There was no scare. There was no story. There was nothing. A game of solitaire has more has more plot than whatever that was. But we're gonna mark that off as a demo, as this company's very first product, monumental collab, as a demo. We're gonna look at this a little bit because here's the thing: what you find on itch.io does not match what you'll find on Steam. And I've noticed this a lot with foreign companies, non-American companies, because I've gone through what's the name of the company? What's my favorite company right now? They've done so many things. Wire Lips. Not Sans Logic. Not Grand Blue. Whoever this company is. Aishashto. Companies like this. I've played like all these. They'll release their games onto Steam. They're called one thing. They play one way. And then when they go to itch.io, they're called something else. It's a different executable file with different what would they call it? It's a different version, probably. So, doesn't matter. We're gonna go back. We don't want that. We don't want that. Drown Lake. All right. Monumental collab. They have Drown Lake coming soon. Could be 5 years from now. When Bento, an amateur documentary, vanishes, 3 strangers are drawn to the Drown Lake to find him. Ooh. Ooh, they're gonna be... It's almost a sequel to Our Lady of the Drowned. As the lake dark past comes to light, so do the secrets buried deep within them. Explore, survive, and investigate the dark waters in this fishing survival horror game. If it's actually a fishing and or survival horror game. Because Our Lady of the Drowned was neither. It was neither a fishing game nor a survival horror. This, though. That's a fishing game. Did you see that? Let's look at that one last time. We're going to pause on that. I see a fishing game. We're using a very creative usage of the viewfinder on an old Canon type camera. Panasonic, whatever, Sony. Hold to leave. We can analyze, reel, loose, pull fiercely. But we have the classic bobber with a fish marker and then some brake line. Now this looks spooky as fuck. Resident Evil 4. You're just some yellow raincoat guy. Like, whatever the character's name from Little Nightmares is called, 11, something like that. Let's look at this one. That looked good, didn't it?
People have been reported missing. A male and a female were last seen heading to the forest 2 days ago.
A teen has not been seen since September 24th. We had a chance to speak with the mother.
She claims that her daughter had been taken by the water. Police were not able to drain the lake and...
This looks like real footage.
A man was last seen near the Drowned Lake area. It's been 3 years.
I'm gonna say this is real footage.
There are a lot of rumors about the lake.
It
I
is.
personally believe that there's something sinister hiding in there. No, of course not. People love ghost stories, but in
I'm not sure if that's the actual... That might be one of the guys that develops this game. I'll look in a minute. I was looking at their LinkedIn page.
the end, there
Actually, let's do it now while we have this up. Let's go. Take me to Monumental. Let's go to their LinkedIn tree. Let's go to their LinkedIn. They have 6 employees on LinkedIn. I have to be logged in to actually look at them. I'm not gonna be doing that. But the main guy here, Klaus, he kind of looks like this guy. Kind of does look like Let me see if I can pull this up. Kind of looks like him. I think he does. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, so apparently when I try and look at LinkedIn on Google Chrome, it won't even let me get to like a base. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. This guy. Oh, wow. Why does it do that? Whatever. Screw this. Believe me, it looks like the Klaus guy. This is terrible.
just stories, just stories, just stories, just stories, just stories, just stories, just stories.
That looks scary. MMXXIV. This looks like it's blowing everything that we've seen out of the water between first person, top down, fishing. I mean, whatever this is. I can't imagine why they are going out at night. Is that part of the requirements? It's like bodies and stuff out there. Anyway, let's go to Monumental Collab. What does it pop up when we click on that? It goes to they don't have a page. The developer doesn't have a page. It goes to the Critical Reflex. That's how small they are. And we don't want to see any of that garbage, so whatever they're playing, mouth washing. That's another game that I want to play. And that's about it. It's this developer, Buckshot Roulette, another game we'll go through at some point. Looks like they're sponsoring that whenever it gets around. Look at all the on wish list. Buckshot, mouthwashing, Lunacid. Yeah. But we got Teleform. Alright. Oh! Fuck! That's it. That's all we got. That is Our Lady of the Drowned. And they're really slap chop put together. I'm not gonna go into LinkedIn. I don't ever want to go to LinkedIn. You know what LinkedIn is? LinkedIn is a place for people who like to wear suits in their profile picture, who like to go to conferences on doing business and leadership and networking. Who goes to a conference for those things? That's what LinkedIn is for people who attach a hose to their asshole and they fart all day long, and they just the other end of that hose goes right to their nose. They got one of those like breathers, you know, that straps around you, and they just sit there and they just inhale their own farts. No fumento, Trigger, no fumento. I know that's smoking, but they fart and they smell their own farts, and then they go on LinkedIn and say, would you like to take a 6-figure job about I don't know what they do. They sit at a barista, some kind of cafe, and they project management something. That's what I think of LinkedIn. And so what do I think about Our Lady of the Drowned? I think it's an embarrassment. I think it's more of a demo than a game, and I think I'd rather play Cobra Triangle or Tetris. Both are more scary. Listen to those 8-bit tunes. Is that not horrifying? Anyway. That's what I think about it. I will say, if you do get a chance, Teleform. It's free. It's on Steam. Definitely recommend that game. That was really good. That was really good. And Drowned Lake looks like it will be promising once it comes out. Not even an announcement as far as I can tell. And if you want to play a top-down horror boat game, Cobra Triangle. I can't believe how long that game is. That game is incredibly long for how hard it is. if you don't have a state save, you might as well just go jump off a bridge. You'll have better luck jumping off the bridge and trying to beat that game and still be alive.